Breaking news, Gabriel Cortez, a charismatic leader, has announced his candidacy for president. His promise of economic growth and a better future has captured the hearts of millions.
My fellow citizens, our nation deserves progress, prosperity, and people-centered leadership. Together, we will rise and build a brighter future for everyone.
Domestic politics today revolves around one name, Gabriel Cortez. Analysts call him a visionary leader set to transform the nation.
Bro, have you heard about offshore shipments from Mr. Cortez?
How far are you willing to go for power? Or how far are you willing to go for justice? The truth is, this is not just a fictional story. It is our reality. There are countless of encounters wherein corruption enters the world, shattering millions of dreams in one simple act. So the question is, how far are you willing to go to make a difference?
Good evening. This just in. A scandal of unprecedented proportions has erupted, shaking the foundations of our nation's political system.
We believe in his vision, but now we learn it was all a lie.
Gabriel Cortez, the frontrunner in the upcoming presidential elections, has been unmasked as the mastermind behind one of Asia's largest transnational crime syndicates. Investigative journalists have uncovered evidence linking Cortez to human trafficking, drug smuggling, organ harvesting, and illegal wildlife trade.
This isn't just about one man. It's a symptom of systematic corruption that allows someone like him to rise unchecked.
The evidence paints a grim picture of how Gabriel Cortez's meteoric rise in politics was funded by the profit of these illicit activities. Campaign promises of revitalizing the economy and uplifting the nation appear to have been nothing more than a facade to consolidate the power and expand his criminal empire.
The exposure of Gabriel Cortez's criminal network is sending shockwaves through Asia's service industries. To explain the economic implications, we go live to Carlo in Singapore. Carlo, what's the situation on the ground?
Thank you, Jana. The revelation have already triggered a financial crisis in tourism-heavy economies. Here in Singapore, investors are rapidly pulling out of companies tied to the hospitality and medical sector. Stock prices for leading firms in Southeast Asia have plummeted. This is particularly devastating for economies reliant on tourism. Experts warn that the recovery process could take years.
The damage to investor confidence is incalculable. Regulatory crackdowns are imminent, but legitimate businesses will also face increased costs of scrutiny.
Governments across the region are scrambling to reassure global investors, but the road ahead looks bleak. Carlos Sanchez reporting, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Carlo. As the story unfolds, the service industry braces for further disruptions.
Mr. Cortez, thank God you're here. Because you know what? We need to talk about something. This public trust is getting really low these days. You know that? And also, the press needs you to address their allegations. We need to do something. You need to do something.
Don't you understand why I let you in my empire? It's because it's our job to handle these things up.
Or I'll have my guards clean up your grill.
So, this is how you difference. Despite the world full of corruption, one single voice could create a lasting, powerful impact.
In a dramatic turn of events, authorities have confirmed the capture of Gabriel Cortez, the mastermind behind a sprawling criminal network that infiltrated Asia's service industry. Cortez, who has been on the run for months, was arrested earlier today in a remote hideout. For more on the story and its implications, we go to Kai Sarmiento in Bangkok. Kai?
Behind me is a stark reminder of how far-reaching Gabriel Cortez' empire was. This once luxurious resort, a jewel of Southeast Asia tourism industry, was exposed as a front for his illicit operations. Cortez' arrest earlier today marks a critical breakthrough in dismantling this criminal network.
This reign of terror extended across borders, exploiting Asia's thriving tourism industry. High-end resorts serve as hubs for illegal sex tourism. What seems like vocational training centers for disadvantaged youth were fronts for child trafficking. Even medical clinics advertised as providing premium care were secretly involved in organ harvesting.
The arrest of Gabriel Cortez is a pivotal moment. It sends a clear message that no one is above the law, but it also exposes vulnerabilities in an industry that must be addressed to prevent future exploitations.
Cortez' capture came after an international manhunt involving Interpol and cooperation between Southeast Asian governments. While his arrest brings some relief, the damage he caused continues to ripple across the region. Travel advisories have been issued for several countries, leaving tourism-dependent economies struggling to recover. Industry leaders are now calling for urgent reforms to rebuild trust and ensure ethical practices.
Thank you, Kai. Gabriel Cortez' capture may mark the end of his criminal enterprise, but it is only the beginning of a long road to recovery for the tourism and hospitality sectors. The industry faces an uphill battle to restore its credibility and ensure these atrocities are never repeated. Stay with us as we bring you further updates on this developing story.
In the wake of darkness, the nation begins to rebuild. The illusion has shattered. The truth has found its voice. Together, we move forward. In the Cortez case, there's one thing I've learned about. Justice prevails and truth endures.
I know.